Nice.
Hey, we're here. How you doing? What's happening? Have you guys been here before? Welcome to the show. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day, beautiful time, rocking and rolling, having a party. Why does this show me as having only fairly good connection? I think I need to restart my whole computer. That might be what's wrong. Anyway, it is what it is. We're going to go with it. We're going to push forward. I'm so glad you guys are here. Big day. I don't know if you guys have heard or anything, but heck is this? Oh, wait. This. Ah. Oh, it's like a bigger chair now. Look at that. Whoa. Oh. Sorry. Sometimes you just don't like pillows. Does that make sense? It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, guys, so I actually was able to get out of La Hacienda. Got me matcha tea. I forget which one of y'all told me to drink one, but I am drinking it, and it is yummy. Gives me lots of energy, and I'm gonna need that. So, here's what happened, guys. I'm first of all, like I said, I see you guys. I will say hi to you as I can. Why is this? Hang on a second. I'm going to cut off Wi-Fi. Wait a second. Maybe this isn't working. Hang on. I might lose the camera. Am I back? Did we get camera back? We did. But it still shows Wi-Fi. I'll turn Wi-Fi off. We're still here? I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so I was out today and my phone kind of started blowing up. And I started looking, and then I saw messages, and then I saw Shizzy. So I talked to Shizzy, and it was weird, guys. So like evidently he was here a couple weeks ago, and Yoli, how you doing? Anyway, oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I saw you guys. I will be going through saying hi to you as I can. I'm just not gonna go through a whole list because I figure we're gonna have a lot of people in here tonight. And this is a 113 page thing that I'm trying to read. Anyway, I want you guys to know that I know nothing about what's happening. Okay. We had Friday Night Live last 2 weeks ago, June 6th. I've been sick since then. I don't know time and anything is very real. Oh, by the way, I'm 3 subscribers from 7,300. If you maybe you have been subscribed before and you got kicked off. If you anyway, I just like to hit 7,300. I think that'd be kind of cool because just 3, we can do 3, right? Please be sure to hit the like button too. Tell your friends about me. I see Bad Duck. What's up, Bad Duck? Hey, Miami. So that's right. No drama llama. That's exactly what I am. Not a drama. Oh, look at you. Look at that avatar. Meow. We know. Hold on, wait a second. Hold on, wait a second. This deserves a little bit better than an expert meow. We know what this is. This is a bona fide sighting. Hey, late 10, how you doing? Liz Barnes, what's up? See, look, I fall right into it. Dan Davis. Anyway, guys, I want you to know that it was we didn't talk about any of this stupid stuff. Like, I cannot tell you how bad I've always said the Hales have always been very nice to me. Not nice to me. I will talk to them, okay, but I love their community. I love everything they did. I didn't know who they were, all that stuff. And I think it was very unfortunate for what the government did to them down there. And then I don't really pay attention to what's happening anymore because you know what, guys? What's happened is that people are streaming about the Hales so much that I would rather watch paint dry. I hate court. Okay. I went to law school. I don't know how, right? I scored really high in the LSAT. That's how I got in. All right. I didn't buy any books because I was too poor to. So still passed. I have a degree. You got me doctor, expert. Esquire. My background is in government. It's that type of law, like zoning issues, stuff I didn't want to do. I was trying to get to DC, right? That's what I wanted to do. Didn't work out. I'm here. A lot of things got me here. However, I always say an attorney is someone who practices law and makes money by doing it. Lawyers, or you call people that graduate law school. That's me. I am not licensed. I don't want to be licensed. I don't want to practice. Okay. However, I do know how to read motions and filings and whatnot, and I have experience in them, and that's what I'm going to do tonight. However, all of this stuff, it's so boring in real life. It is so boring in real life. Do you realize, like, during a day, you could have like 10 different topics? And this is you guys. And like, you can like look up 10 different things. I might have had to have spent an entire day figuring out if it was the proper comma in the 1953 Budgeting Act, which only applies to like 17 counties. And whether or not I read it correctly, when I read it, that didn't say metropolitan, and it said, I mean, yeah, it's stuff like this. It's like metropolitan or county. Or if whenever it says a metropolitan, you have to immediately take out, because that's not what you're reading. You're reading for the county laws, or you're reading for, maybe it's a metro government, and you're at the wrong thing. Did you check to see what the size of the county is supposed to be? Because laws are passed in Tennessee. It'd be like, according to the 2020 census, all counties with 50,500 to 51,000 citizens are subject to. Wait a second, what county is that now? I don't know. Maybe there's a new census out. It's all this stuff. That's what you focus on. Meanwhile, today, you know what I get to do? I get to look at like light bulbs, like, that'd be cool. And, it changes a different color. That's so much better. I mean, I know it's so stupid sounding like a light bulb, but it's so much better. So much better. Wendy Bender, how you doing, babe? Glad you're feeling better. Wendy, I cannot tell you how happy I am. I never want to get sick again. And I might be anti-green card after this expedition. But anyway, we'll talk about that later. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you so much. So guys, we had the thing. Look, we don't sit around and talk about the Hale stuff, and we talk about things like, hey, who's funny? Like, I was like, Bad Duck came in. I was like, I had no idea what he was talking about. Did you guys see that? Oh yeah, so much funny. Oh, hey, right here. Yeah. So much. So there's, I couldn't get the little words out, but I could say, no, I can't anymore. I lost my word. Wow. That's a word I know. This is a Corona moment. Superfluous is how I want to say that, and that's not right. Superfluous. It's superfluous. Why did whoa, that was I mean, I felt it. That was a little tinny. This is gonna be a fun read tonight. Superfluous stuff getting in the way of practicing law in California nowadays. That's right. You don't practice law. You try to make sure you can turn on the lights tomorrow by making money. Hey, Ballstorm, what's up? Bad Duck, what I do now? You probably said something way over my head. Funny though. Hey, Kevin Sheila, how are you? Squid, what's going on? Anyway, so I don't know what's going on. This is a shock to me. Okay. I didn't know Shizzy had a special needs helmet until I saw Mr. Roseman Ranch walking around with it like a boss. And he's like, hey, put a sticker on here. And he handed me a sticker. I was like, he was in the Navy, you know, maybe he was a crash test pilot, right? I was like, okay, man, pop. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know anything because we didn't talk about that, guys. You know, we talked about it's like Baker would say things about like what's happening in European politics. We would discuss renovations, house renovations and stuff like that. We talked about chainsaws. I mean, we did. We talked about stuff like this. And hey, D43! Because she was Richard Petty in Dollywood. But what happens when Dollywood stays in Dollywood? We're gonna get it's 243. Remember that one, Ballstorm. STP43. Let's go. Hey, Sweet Fly, how you doing, baby? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read through this. Remember, I've been getting over bad stuff. And I'm not gonna focus on anything. I want to get to the Shizzy parts. That's what I really want to get to. Because we know him. And you know what? The little guy, I just want to rub it on his head and be like, it's okay. So funny, so short. All right, let's see here. Share screen, window, Boo. All right, let's see here. Now let's make me cool looking. Oh, we gotta get rid of that live, man. That live doesn't look cool. Looks like I got a head stamp. No, get away from me. Hey, what are you doing? Get out. Oh, these cats. Ah. Sorry. There you go. No more joking around. Okay, so wait a second. Ooh, let me go up here and do my favorite things. Let's see here. Ooh, what color crayon do I get? I wish there was an orange. Is there not orange? Oh, it is a highlighter. So I want yellow. Oh, do I want underline? Oh, what if I do that? What do I do? I hit like now. Oh, that's kind of cool. Look at that. Did you see that? Plaintiff. How come I just now learned this? Why didn't nobody tell me this? Oh my gosh. That. Oh, how do I take that off? Remove underline. Remove underline. Oh, so crazy. Okay. Comes now. I know. Remove underline. I want to say remove underwear. What? All right. Comes now. Plaintiff by and through undersigned counsel and the Florida rules of civil procedure. Applicable Florida law hereby moves the honorable court to leave to amend the complaint and say as follows. Plaintiff originally filed a complaint on May 19th. We read that. By the way, I don't know these people. You know, I was thinking, I had a shower thought. Okay. You guys have those shower thoughts? And not THOTS. That's kind of cool. But THOUGHT. Thoughts. How do you spell thought? Ideas. And anyway, I had a shower thought. And I was like, you know what? I bet before this thing's all over with, that John's the victim of all this. I feel bad for that guy. I think they probably use him. My own little thing. Just, I don't know why. Little brain fairies came in and they started working. I got corona too. Um, to date, defendants have not been served with process. Can you see him like manipulating, like using him and stuff, setting him up for the fall? I just, I don't know. I think the guy, he probably has known love in his heart, at one time. To date, defendants have not been served with process, and no summons has been signed or returned by the clerk of court by any defendant. Since, oh, by the way, let's talk about the format here. Okay, it's justified. I like that. It's very spacious. It has a double space between the lines. But look at these bars around here. Very fancy, very fancy. It has a frame. I've not seen framed paper before. So I thought to myself, that's fancy. Do I like that though? I think it's I don't well, okay, like I know like in my experience, in school, stuff like this would be so you can you get more pages printed out with less words per page, make it look thicker. Um, legally though, I don't for some reason I think that this is a no-no in some courts, at least like around here. I don't think you're allowed to frame it. I think you can have a line and that's it. Don't ask me. Um, let's see here. Since filing the original complaint, plaintiffs become aware of ongoing actions of additional parties who are involved in the matters at issue, as well as newly discovered evidence material to claims and defense in this case. I don't know who this person is that's suing. I have nothing against them. I wish them a very blessed life. I wish them $1 million. I mean, they find it, they play the Florida Lotto, and they win $1 million. That's what I wish. Florida Rules Civil Procedure 1.19a provides that a party may amend a pleading by leave of court, and leave shall be freely given to the justice so requires. The Florida Supreme Court has recognized the amendments should be liberally allowed to permit the determination of claims and their merits. All this is saying is that, like, hey, there's additional stuff as it comes up. The Supreme Court has sided before with plaintiffs that they're allowed to amend complaints. Like once they enter the original complaint, that's not it. They can add on to it. So remember that. It's all that good stuff. Lefty, how's it hanging, buddy? Hey, Rosalind's here. Let me get Rosalind Duke she is a strikingly beautiful woman. And Mr. Duke is a strikingly handsome man, but he definitely outkicked his coverage with her. Okay, just gonna say that. Oh gosh, we had a good time, y'all. We had a good time. Allowing the amendment to promote judicial economy. Let's see, judicial economy and avoid multiplicity of suits by ensuring all related claims and parties are properly before the court. Plaintiff's proposed amendment complaint attached to as Exhibit A adds claims to parties based on newly discovered facts and ongoing conduct that are integral to this litigation. This motion is made in good faith and not for the purpose of undue delay or prejudice to any party. Wherefore, plaintiff respectfully requests this court grant plaintiff leave to file an amending complaint attached as A. Order the service of process be allowed and additional parties named herein and grant any other relief the court deems proper. So all it is saying, hey, let me add stuff there and give them the service of process. You get like 30 days or whatever. Yeah, once you get process, what you get served, the reply and everything. Holy cow! A 19-month-old baby, like a 3-pound weight attached to my loins. Thanks for asking. Congratulations. And this was done on Father's Day. Let's see here. Second Amendment complaint and demand for a jury trial. The undersigned counsel complaining against defendants venue and jurisdiction. This inaction damages in excess of $75,000. Well, that's one thing we got to have to get into federal court. Exclusive of interest, costs, and attorney's fees, and is within the jurisdiction of the Ninth Circuit Court of Orange County, Florida. Venue is proper in Orange County, Florida, because the acts and omissions giving rise to these claims occurred in substantial part in this county, as the action took place in Orange County, Florida. That's funny. I don't remember Shizzy being in Orange County, Florida. Now, the question arises before I get to it. Is there a long arm statute that applies to broadcasters who do not actively try to get their message into places where, anywhere really? I mean, I don't know where this goes. I don't know. I don't even know how this works. If you guys see me try to push buttons, I do not know how this works. Parties. Let's see here. Hey, Melody Couture. How you doing, babe? Fluffy. I like that name. Angie. What's up? Oh, hey, somebody say Freckles. No, she's not here. Hey, Lisa Hines. Oh, what was I going to call Lisa? I forgot now. Anyway, sorry, guys. Parties. Plaintiff is an individual residing in Orange County, building significant. She was not a reporter, had no intention of building a significant following on YouTube. Furthermore, her channel, which only had 7 subscribers, was used solely for posting videos to share links with friends and family. Were they private? Were they private links or public links? Because right now, I mean, that's a very easy thing. Everything. And what's the intent on that? Oh no, I wanted myself to be public. Look, I've got private stuff, right? That you send of the dogs and stuff like that, right? There's but it's private. You get a private link and you email that. You unlist it, but someone could find an unlisted thing. But private's private. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, let's see here. Oh, wait, what happened? As if I wouldn't be here. We know, because you just want your dose of, can I find coffee? Do you see him? Defendant Hales, the individual domiciled in Ohio, operates a YouTube. It has, he is the 3,300th in size. There's over 3,000 channels bigger than his, and I think that's in America. 3,000 channels bigger than the Hales. That's a lot of channels, guys. Think about it. How many channels do you watch? Do you have cable TV? Click, 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 click. How many channels do you watch? 3,000 more. Now, name them. Name 5. If you can name 5, name 10. I guarantee nobody here can name 10 channels bigger than the Hales of American content creators. 3,000. It's considered a public figure monetized where he receives money. You don't really know that. From his live streams and video publications, content is primarily made up of personal lawsuits, disputes with neighbors, and storage auctions. He's considered top of the scheme where he secures those below him high view counts for attacking those adversarial to his position while promoting his narrative. He is the main ringleader behind the attack on the plaintiff. Well, so like I told you guys, I don't talk to Jeremy, man, because he ain't calling me up and going, hey, expert, I'll give you the. I don't know how much money do these people think there is. If you attack her, and you know what I would say to anybody who told me to attack somebody, I'd be like, what? What are you talking about? Who? Do I know them? They know me? I mean, come on, man. Really? So, you know what? Here's the thing, man. If Shizzy making Hales money, like big time money, he didn't, he didn't buy us cheeseburgers. Think about that. He would just go right over here at McDonald's and be like, hey guys, I got some cheeseburgers. You know. All right. And then they're talking about George. George is participating in the creation, publication, dissemination of false and defamatory statements about Plaintiff. I don't even know who she is. I don't know what's been said about her or anything. Don't talk bad about people, y'all. If you try, don't talk bad about people in the chat tonight. If you do, you're gonna be timed out. So we're not doing it. See here. The umbrella guy is from Tennessee. He works directly with Hales, but ensures as long as he reports in favor of Hales, he will not be ostracized publicly. Wait a second. So Jeremy is blackmailing Tug and will secure high view counts for favorable live stream discussions by him. Jeremy is blackmailing Tug? No, I don't. It's stupid. Being sued. There are people out there that have tried to go get sued. Look, my mom and my sister aren't lawyers. Okay. Somebody wants to go out there and, they're going to have all this, like, they got a family full of lawyers. They do it. Don't involve me. So, okay, well, that's funny. I didn't know Tug was being blackmailed. Well, that's interesting. Fox is considered a public figure, is monetized. She receives money from her live streams. She works directly with Hales, who ensures Fox, as long as she reports in favor of Hales, she will not be ostracized publicly. So she's being blackmailed too. I like to see those pictures. I love you, Megan. Just kidding. But seriously, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right. John Doe. Shizzy was. Oh, okay. So when Shizzy's here, his name is Shizzy. That's how he introduced himself. That's how I know him. We talk through either X or Discord or another thing. I don't know. I don't know anything about him personally. Know nothing about him. I didn't know his name was John. That's cool. A lot of people, it's a common name though. Is considered a public figure who is monetized, receives live streams, who works virtually to defend Hales, ensures defend Shizzy as long as he's reported. He will not be ostracized publicly. That's not fair. That is not fair. That is not fair. I will ostracize Shizzy Wiznut all the time. I will do it anytime I want to. He is, you know what? Jeremy doesn't get Shizzy to ostracize. He doesn't get him. Now there's beef between me and Jeremy. Jeremy, you cannot ostracize Shizzy. I get that right. Volstorm gets that right. Broken Baker gets that right, even though he's on the list. And did I say Valhalla? Valhalla gets that right. But no. Jeremy Hales, I want to ostracize Shizzy Wiznut. No. Sorry. I'm on page 3. I gotta hurry up. Sorry, guys. J Hip. No, he probably doesn't want to be ostracized. Elephant shoes are big. And defendants, John Jane does. Let's see here. Hale's content is built on provoking controversy with second parties and has led to injunctions for protection of various targeted second parties, including his neighbors, which defendant Hales and publicly marked members of the public and publish live videos, as well as showing up streams, as well as showing up in videos themselves, trespassing the neighbor's property. Let's see here. Exhibit B. Ron DeSantis says Jeremy Hales for violation of stalking injunction and temporary injunction, and whereas the Honorable Brian S. Kramer was also advised the governor that what doesn't make any sense to me. Many viewers find his content obnoxious. As he continues, many viewers find his content obnoxious. He continues to disparage his neighbors. Well, he gets a lot of viewers. Okay, there's a lot of people that like that. Welcome to YouTube. That's what everybody does on YouTube. I hate it. I'm like, look, man, let's have a good time. Let's make this fun tube. Fun tube. His audience is primarily rural. Oh, you sinners. You don't even know enough to live in a city. 45 to 75 years old. Compiled of both males and females, additionally employing a large international audience as well, which he selects various international fans, international fans rural, to launch online harassment campaigns against those who oppose. Example A, example of thumbnails he uses to entice users. Those videos, blah, blah, depicts neighbors and adversarial attorneys and false disparaging light, blah, 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 blah. Introduction to the orchestrated attack against the plaintiff. This is all the stuff that Bruce was writing about. This action arises from a debate. You guys got me laughing. Mary Rotello is 30 minutes behind. So when she gets here, say hi. Okay. Hi, Mary. You're 30 minutes behind. Now wait a second. I thought it was olive juice. You're supposed to say olive juice. Anyway, sarcastic, does it count if I say I love you? Because I do. I love everybody here. Southern Red Sox girl. Hey, how you doing? Let's see here. Uh-oh. Am I getting in trouble? I don't think so. I did lose my cursor. This action arises from deliberate, coordinated campaign of online harassment, defamation, from reputational sabotage orchestrated by defendant Hales and associates, closing those limited to all these people and Shizzy. Oh man, he left his sunglasses here. Plaintiff, a retired attorney who is now a sister husband. I did get in trouble. Somebody hit me up. Yeah, it is. It is. Sorry, someone just said, wait, Shizzy is donut? I'm like, yeah, he is. Yeah, it was funny the way I read it. Sorry. Okay, it has a single Facebook. What began as a single Facebook post, the plaintiff notified her acquaintances about escalate rapidly. Defense weaponized her significant online following to publish and amplify hundreds of false malicious statements. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I don't follow this stuff because I'd rather watch paint dry. It's boring. But I'm not being ostracized. Hey, Tinkerloo, I've been thinking about you. How you doing, babe? Woohoo! Summer vacation for Tinkerloo. Everybody tell Tinkerloo. Yes, summer vacation. We miss Tinkerloo. Let's see here. Swarm of days from the Florida bar fans persisted recruiting followers, encouraging hate sites, and profiting from live donations rooted in the coordinated dissemination of falsehoods. Blah blah blah. Of course. Introductions to defendant subscriber scheme. Ooh, a subscriber scheme. I would like to have 7,300 subscribers. I just need three more. Please subscribe if you haven't, or maybe you have subscribed and YouTube has unsubscribed you. Please check. Let's figure out how you get 700,000 subscribers. Defendants are misleading the public while presenting themselves as advocates for transparency and truth. The defendants have orchestrated a concerted scheme designed to manipulate viewership, analytics, silence dissent, and financially benefit those who participate in his campaign. Well, you can tell I'm not participating because I ain't getting no financial benefit. This operation is not a matter of speculation. It is a calculated effort that rewards the loyalty to defendant Hales with inflated followers. That's you guys. She's saying you guys are inflated. Increased visibility and monetary compensation, and punishing those who refuse to participate. Here's the thing. So, like, everybody who's here, like, I spend a lot of time. Like, I try. Like, if you're a member, right? It's $2. It's less than a iced tea. Like, those, you don't understand how much that matters. So it helps so much, and like, it keeps this stuff going, right? And so you get Discord privileges, where we have a members stream. On Sundays we have member stream, and then I go back and hang out with you guys in Discord. You can tell me anything else, and the goal is, I want to know each and every one of you just a little bit. I want to know what makes you tick. I want to know why you're here. I want to make sure you're happy and you understand me. I'm not doing this because of some loyalty thing to the Hales. All right. So she is very, very wrong about this, about how, like, everybody who subscribes and stuff here, you guys, you mean a lot to me. To say that I just do this just to get a bunch of numbers is hogwash, because I don't look at the numbers. Even though 7,300, this is just something I saw right before the thing started. Data analysis shows that creators who align themselves with defendant Hales, including defendants Fox, this says to me, okay, that she has something that she's prepared to present to court. This is evidence. Have experienced dramatic spikes in their online metrics, increasing from 30,000 view counts compared to their typical view counts soon after joining his circle and promoting his narrative. Now, here's what's funny, okay? I know this guy, all right? And he has never said anything that has said that it was Jeremy's doing or anybody else's. What Shizzy does is he listens, and we've all talked and stuff and everything else. I was like, there's a lot of people. I was like, there are cheap content creators that will try to make a quick buck off this, but there's also people there that are long term. If you can reach out to the long term people, you'll have a successful channel. I can't do that because I get too many squirrels in my head that go crazy, right? Hey, Nate Clampett. Mountain Girl 212. How you doing, babe? Oh, was you gonna go to Dollywood? I wish you could come to I probably would have squeezed you so hard and swung you around. I mean, I just love you to death. Um, Mountain Girl's an old time friend. I appreciate her. I appreciate her being here. One time she was listening to Friday Night Live and she had her phone in her back pocket. She was in a grocery store. And some dudes start following around like, what are you listening to? It was a crazy story. Anyway. See, I like to build relationships with people. I'm a bridge builder. Let's see here. Agenda and return. Jay Hip says, I wish I just had lost a money, but I don't mind sharing Shizzy, Megan, and Tug. Sharing with Shizzy, Megan, and Tug. Yeah, I put my finger at them and blamed them, but they did it. How you doing, Jay? I don't even know. I didn't know Jay Cower there has anything to do with Hale stuff. I went and hung out with him on Saturday night because he comes and hangs out over here. There you go. Are experienced dramatic spikes in their online metrics, increasing from 30,000 plus view counts compared to their typical view counts soon as through joining the circle and promoting his narrative. This is not mere coincidence. Okay, this looks like a statement of fact right here. Now, where do you go? The evidence indicates that these creators have been incentivized. So, see, they've been incentivized. To support Hales. So they're saying that Jeremy directly has done this. So then what this says to me is that the lawsuit's not with anybody in it. This is all with Jeremy. I would claim res ipsa loquitur. Can't blame the boss. Can't blame me. In return, have reaped significant online financial benefits. Those who decline to participate or who attempt to expose the scheme have faced targeted harassment, defamation, and orchestrated attacks intended to damage reputations and silence their voices. I guess that's me. I don't know because I don't participate. Additionally, defendants Hales have taken measure to contact DCF to file false reports and contact. I don't know anything about that. I'm not going to get involved. This pattern of behavior extends beyond simple online rivalry. It constitutes a systematic campaign to manipulate public opinion and stifle free expression. That's funny because that's what I feel like this lawsuit's doing. The coordinated use of fake accounts, cyber harassment, and intimidation tactics demonstrates an intention to suppress dissent and maintain order. The narrative, the goal is not personal profit. How does any of this, what you're saying, though, apply to you being a plaintiff? Where are your damages in this whole thing right here? This whole thing. Where are the damages? Additionally, defendant Hales worked directly with the defendants to secure various false narratives are pushed through the defendant's live streams with the intention of discrediting any second parties questioning the action of defendants Hales. The consequences of this scheme are far-reaching. When public discourse is subject to manipulation through coordinated misinformation and intimidation, the integration of online platforms undermined. Oh, somebody cooler must be on. I'm watching the dip. Somebody cooler must be on. Oh no, I'm not being ostracized. You guys want the facts? I'll give it to you. If you want somebody cooler, nobody's cooler. Nobody's cooler than me. You're just wasting your time. This is not merely a YouTube drama. It is a matter of public concern and warrants legal scrutiny and redress. So this is a big one. This affects everybody right here. It's not merely YouTube drama. It's a matter of public concern and warrants legal scrutiny. Evidence. Oh, hey, Yamaha. How you doing, buddy? Tropical Mom. How you doing? I like that name, Tropical Mom. Evidence supporting these claims include timelines, digital communications, and analytics data that clearly illustrate the existence and operation of the scheme. While some material is reserved for ongoing litigation, the available public evidence is sufficient to establish a pattern of conduct that is both deliberate and damaging. The public deserves transparency, and these responsible for orchestrating and benefits from such schemes must be held accountable. Okay, this is something a reporter would say. That is not something. Oh, Harriet Williams, how you doing? What the hell's that? Almost 600,000 before this. I was at a 500,000 event. People were from everywhere. I met them personally, and they refer to me frequently. There you go. So they are not. Are they ostracizing you in any way, Harriet? No, they aren't. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Harriet likes her wiggles, and Harriet has been in the hospital. Y'all, please say a prayer for her. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Let's see here. This is essential for the court to recognize seriousness of the conduct impacted both individuals and broader public. Only through legal action can we ensure that those who manipulate, intimidate, and profit at the expense of honest discourse are brought through justice. This is not Aaron Brockovich. Facts. So a month and a half ago, a retired lawyer who assists her husband observed a starting post on Facebook concerning a mutual acquaintance who is an investigative reporter. Out of concern, plaintiff notified the acquaintance about the post. Subsequently, the acquaintance requested the plaintiff interview him regarding lawsuits filed by defendant. Him was a retired attorney. This plaintiff was a retired attorney who could better understand the legal issues. As the acquaintance requested, plaintiff also attempted to contact another reporter, Fox, who holds himself to be an investigative reporter, often providing legal commentary on public issues, who had previously reported favorably on issues involving defendant Hales, seeking to present a balanced perspective. Plaintiff emailed defendant Fox to schedule an interview, but received no response. Plaintiff conducted, blah, blah, blah. Plaintiff uploaded those interviews. No, okay. Where's the Shizzy part? See, on May 5th, the Facebook group False and Defamatory Statements were published about plaintiff, including assertions that he was knocked up by her acquaintance. Oh. Despite being a married woman, she is. Oh, these are awful. I'm not going to say that. Wait, is this a bad thing? Is this a bad thing? Sounds very transphobic of her. I think she's transphobic. These comments exceed hundreds of publications in a public Facebook group, which has come up on Google searches under. But you know, not everybody uses Google anymore. Plaintiff's legal name completely ruining her professional credibility across the internet. Gosh, man, that's on page 11. On about May 15th, members of a Facebook group continued posting that the plaintiff was a disbarred attorney among voluminous insults and harassments and blah, blah, blah. So within a day, 500 people subscribed to plaintiff's YouTube channel and began making berating comments. Oh, gosh, that sucks. Don't go on people's things, make comments about them, y'all. And wait a second here. I just saw this. Hey, here is high tea lunch, whatever they do in Boston. Massachusetts friend of Karen Reed, Diane G. Disparaging remarks should cost more money in super chats. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. How's Karen holding up, Diane? I hope she's well. I hope you are too. Golly, okay, we're going to keep on going through here. Defendant Hales expressed the state of litigations about destroying the lives, blah, blah. We've heard that before. Additionally, defendant Hales' YouTube channel Hales includes thumbnails and video coverage. Yeah, defendant Fox and Shizzy began to go live in front of thousands of people, stating and mocking plaintiff as a failed attorney who retired to evade disbarment. Plaintiff was subsequently invited by YouTube reporters and appears in interviews on their live broadcast to provide statements contrary to defendant Hales' false narrative. These YouTube reporters are also named as defendants in Hales' federal lawsuit, where defendant Hales makes claims against them for having adversarial opinions against him, an attempt to silence them from publishing their opinions following plaintiff's participation in these interviews. The Facebook group that What the Hales continued publishing. You know what? There's a Facebook group, What the Hales, that's not associated with What the Hales. I don't know if everybody knows that or not. That's a rumor I heard. All right, so here is, what are Hodunk Hillbillies? That sounds like they're making fun of Tennessee. This sounds like you're making fun of Tennessee, and I will not stand for that. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know who did that. I had to go back and look if there's a who. Is that a who or a ho? I don't know. Oh, here we go. Jay here. Hosted a live YouTube. What? It takes a lot of work, Freckles? What happened? I want to be like Volstorm when I grow up. Only, but bearded, only not bearded or bald or male. I just say me. What? Volstorm's not bald. Brand was the name Lips. Ooh, Hot Lips Houlihan. Falsely stated she retired to avoid disbarment. Yeah, like, you guys don't need to talk about stuff like that. The following day, the defendant Hales and defendant posted a live video in which the audience over 7 in front of an audience. They had a 1-to-1 ratio. They had all 700. Nobody in the Hales, nobody who has subscribed to the Hales has passed away or anything like that. It was a 1-to-1 ratio audience. Holy cow, man. I call shenanigans. Soliciting, receiving donations while publishing. D42, 10 memberships. Thank you, D42. Guys, if you are a new member, hit the membership tab. Hit the link to Discord. Come over and hang out with us. While publishing false statements about plaintiffs, on May 19th, on May 21st. I mean, all this stuff is bad, okay? Don't make fun of people. You don't need to make fun of people. You know the best way to make fun of if you see somebody and you want to make fun of them, just don't talk about them. They hate it. Most people are doing the thing they're doing or look the way they look because they want the attention. So just ignore them. And that right there, that does more than sitting there and anything else. Just whistle Dixie in a bonfire. Describing just for attorney, a matter. Plaintiff became debilitated, depressed, and almost hospitalized. Now you have a cause of action because you know what? You don't know what's happening to people you're talking to. By her ADA protected disability. Let's see, here I have a problem with this. You have an ADA protected disability, but I don't know that. So if the person doesn't know that, it's the eggshell doctrine. If you don't know, if you're being, reasonable person, right? You're saying reasonable things, even though they may be cruel or, crass or whatever. It doesn't mean I know that you have a disability. I'm not going out there and my house is not handicap accessible. I didn't have a non-handicap accessible because I don't like the handicap. I mean, if I did, Shizzy would have been here. Anyway, this stuff. Okay, so she's a victim. She's a victim. I get it, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Stuff. Oh, June 5th. I wasn't even here. HIP in an attempt to settle everything and to gain confidence that he and others would not keep falsely reporting about the status of her retirement in his conversation. Oh, he reached out. No, she reached out to Jay. Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't read the first part. Plaintiff reached out to the defendant HIP in an attempt to settle everything and gain information. She said insults are one thing, but false statements affecting her professional reputation and livelihood cannot be tolerated because she works for her husband's law firm. And her clients who are seeing these posts and questioning whether or not she was part of it. In the conversation, Finn had informed plaintiff that he is in contact with Fox and whoever Lewis is and requested she drop them too. Plaintiff also stated she would not be dropping the lawsuit, but in good faith as long as defendant Fox and is that Tug? I guess maybe I don't know. This is a funny name. Whoops, sorry. Would not be continuing to falsely report her retirement status as she dropped them after the conversation. Plaintiff voluntarily dismissed claims against all of them. Okay, blah 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 blah. On about June 7th, I was sick. Yeah, international fan who was in direct contact with Hales and Nia Waterman. I don't know who that is. I don't even care. After trying to get her to stop, responsibly trying to get her to stop after plaintiff agreed to apologize because in honor told plaintiff she had autism. Oh, began posting publicly deranged pictures of herself in the Facebook group, clearly intended to make plaintiff appear as if she was picking on a vulnerable person. What? So this person has a vulnerability, right? Or yeah. And they say, hey, look, I'm sorry. I don't understand things like you do. I'm a very concrete thinker. And it's like she's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'll stop, whatever. Then she puts up things on Facebook to make her look like she's a victim. It doesn't jive to me. They complain to say that she's a disbarred, blah blah blah, and all this stuff. I don't see anything about Shizzy. Hales refuses to be noticed the information case. The evidence and continues to tell the clerk of the court to take him off the e-service list, claiming he is an interest. Yeah, that's Roger Staubach or whatever his attorney's name is. Stark. Is that it? Plaintiff incorporates by different all notices file containing exhibits of evidence. Oh, I just realized I don't have my comments turned on over here, y'all. I'm so sorry. What's Squid say? Oh, Diana, I love you. Oh, I love you so much. You're so awesome. All right, the cause of action, finally. Even though like nothing in here has ever been said about Shizzy. Do you notice that? Like Shizzy is not mentioned. All right, where's the cause of action? What do we do with that? Plaintiff realleges and incorporates the reference things, blah, blah, blah. The defendants and she's was another individual identified the preceding paragraphs, acting individuals and in concert individuals publicly or published or republished false or defamatory statements about plaintiff. Oh, now it's republished. Ooh, now you're all in trouble. Right there you go. That's the one. Ooh, that's how she's going at you. You want to know? People say, oh, she doesn't have a case. Oh, she's this or she's that. No, look, she's telling you right there what she's going to do. If you republish something you heard, just make a claim out of it. Stay away. Don't. Okay. You see, oh, look, there's a cute gorilla. Here, I'm going to throw my kid in. Bang. Harambe's dead. On about April 26th, plaintiff became involved in an interview. Yeah, we already read all that. So she is saying now that everything that she said were the facts of the case are all specifically causes of action. So basically, anything that's ever happened in the timeline of the Hales, Otter Creek, Lynette lawsuit thing is now a cause of action. Hey, living life, how you doing, babe? Josh, how you doing? Let's see here. Hales and Megan Hawks and Umbrella Guy and others using their respective social media platforms and live broadcasts with substantial audiences. I thought these were audiences that were, they're not individualized audience members. Think about this. They're part of the 730,000 that I just thought about this. Think about this whole thing. What her whole arguments are that Jeremy is telling everybody that you have to do this for me or I'll ostracize you. He's blackmailing him. Yeah. But here's the thing. They're not bringing in new people. You're seeing the same people in all those chats. You know? Hey, Paul Fitzhenry, how you doing? You're seeing the same people in, I wish I had corn too. In all these things. I'm sorry, living life. I made baked meatballs. I had a salad. So you're not, he's not, okay, by definition to me, but what she is saying here in this lawsuit, that Jeremy Hales is a detriment to creators because they're not getting their own audience. What they're doing is they are getting people that are obsessed with this drama. I told you guys at the beginning, you gotta stay away from drama. That's what's happening. Holy cow, man. This is a very weird conclusion. This is like a jump to numbers. You guys ever see Office Space? I don't know how you get to here. Okay, Jeremy Hales has 730,000 people, but like Shizzy Wiznut has 9,000 now. These are just subscribers too. These aren't the subscribers come in for whatever reasons. Subscribers, you have to prove the subscribers are real to begin with. You guys know you can buy subscribers for like $10. You can buy like 50,000 subscribers, something stupid like that. I mean, none of these channels are real. None of this stuff is real. Which really is the interaction you have with this. We have a community here. All right, defendants acted with actual malice or at minimum reckless disregard for the truth. Plaintiffs repeatedly provided documentation, including sworn affidavit from the Florida bar, disproving the allegations of disbarment and responding to cease desist request. Nevertheless, defendants persisted on disseminating the defamatory statements. The false and defamatory statements were published to large international audiences that have caused significant and ongoing harm to the plaintiff's personal and professional reputation, subjected her to public ridicule and scorn, resulted in emotional distress, and caused economic harm, including loss of business relationship and clients. Defamatory conduct is also extended. God, there's 100 more pages left. Wherefore, the plaintiff respectfully requests judgment against defendants for compensatory and punitive damages in conjunction and an injunction prohibiting their further defamatory statements, cost of this action, and such other relief as the court deems just and proper. I bet you this right here. Yeah, where'd it go? Why can't I get? I bet you she gets an injunction against everybody, uh, so they can't say anything about the case for the next 2 years. I bet you anything that's what she does. But they're not gonna be able to talk about it. Because you think about it, you have a big lawsuit, what happens? You do not talk about ongoing litigation. Defamation per se. See here, plaintiff alleges the incorporated things. Under Florida law, a statement constitutes defamation per se if it imputes to another A, a criminal offense amounting to a felony, B, presently existing venereal or other loathsome and communicable disease. Wait, hold on, wait, I thought that was Shizzy. C, conduct, characteristics, or a condition incompatible with the proper exercise of a lawful business, trade, profession, or office, or D, serious sexual misconduct. So there's kind of a D, is what she's claiming. She's got a little D, but she's also saying here, this is the big one. I bet you anything. This is the big one for her. And I don't care what anybody says about, oh, but she is this barbarian. I don't know. I don't know. Who cares if she is? I wasn't there, man. I've not looked into I don't even know her name. I'm not going to say she is. You know what? What does it matter if she is or isn't? Honest to God, what does it matter? Nothing. She's still a professional. Other individuals acting in concert repeatedly published and republished false, unprivileged statements of fact regarding plaintiff, both verbally and in writing, to third parties throughout various social media channels, including but not limited to YouTube broadcasts, Facebook posts, and the public What the Hell's Facebook group. Defendant statements included, you know what? Does she not realize? I mean, she doesn't even put X on here. There's no X, there's no Reddit. How can you take this serious? There's no one on Kiwi Farms talking about this. If you aren't making it to Kiwi Farms, you're not an LOL cow. And everybody here is an LOL cow. Defendant's statements included, but are not limited to, assertions that plaintiff was a disbarred attorney and that she retired to avoid harassment and knocked up by her acquaintance. There you go. Here we go again. Transphobic. This is Pride Month, lady. And the plaintiff created created, but reposted. Remember, she said that if you repost stuff, she was trying in a different county. The judge already told Lynette that she isn't putting a gag order out there last week. Hey, just Stacey, how you doing? Oh, hey, Tinkerloo, I'm sorry you lost power. These statements were published to extraordinarily wide audiences with several of the relevant YouTube channels and Facebook groups, boasting hundreds of thousands of subscribers or members, and with content being disseminated internationally. You know what? It doesn't matter. Hey, right here, I'll tell you this right now. See this? IDGF. Because you are in the Orange County, Florida, Ninth Circuit Court. There is no international court, lady. Nobody cares. The statements made in defendants constitute defamation per se under Florida law because they directly impugn plaintiff's integrity, ethics, and fitness to practice law and engage in business, and falsely accuse her of conduct incompatible with her profession and serious sexual misconduct. That doesn't matter. So the plaintiff's integrity, ethics, and fitness to practice law. So this statement here, this statement here tells me that she's practicing law. So maybe she has a workaround nobody knows about, and everybody's going to get busted because they're running their mouths because they're putting their mouths where their checkbooks aren't. All such statements were false. So see, they say all. She says all statements are false. So if these aren't all true, okay, she has perjured herself. So she's saying everything that you guys have said is false. She has put that in writing in a court document. Better stop saying it. Man, you guys better stop saying it. Oh, yeah, here we go. Very next sentence. Plaintiff has never been disbarred, nor did she retire to avoid disbarment. Okay, that's her words. I don't care what somebody else thinks they read somewhere else. This is what she's telling you. She put it in a court document. This is facts now. She has not been disbarred, nor does she retire to avoid disbarment. And if you just kept that, wouldn't be where we are today. Defendants made these statements with actual malice or at minimum the reckless disregard for the truth or falsity. The plaintiff repeatedly notified defendants of the falsity of these claims. See, she says she repeatedly notified it. Notified it? Whew, man. Anyway, it's bad. She's got... I'm getting emotional because I don't like seeing the legal system be used or misused like this. Is my monitor cracked? I think my monitor's cracked. No, it's my microphone. Sorry. I'm a dummy. Don't pay attention to me. This was coming around the side of my angle. I think my monitor's cracked. It's not. Anyway, we are in Liberty Month. We're 2 weeks away from the celebration of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. The American legal system is a very hollowed ground. And I do not appreciate anybody, either side of this, mocking it and making fun and belittling our process. Is a fundamental part of our rights as humans. It's a fundamental part of our Constitution. This is not funny stuff. This is serious. She says she has not been disbarred and she did not retire to avoid disbarment. Okay, then. Move on. There's other stuff. If you're a good creator, you can create something better to say than beating a dead horse. There's a warning to everybody out there. Sorry. I'm a little bit on my corona. Attempt to invasion of privacy, false light, and all this stuff. What did Shizzy do? So, false light. Defendants published a widely disseminating statements in the plaintiff of the false light in the public, blah, blah, blah. Public disclosure of private facts. Okay, let's see. What was private? Like, did somebody go through her garbage? It's publicly put on the street. Defendants repeatedly discussed plaintiff's alleged personal relationships, career decisions, health status, and other sensitive matters in public broadcast and post a vast online audience. That's fine. You can do that. Defendants also encouraged and facilitated the sharing of plaintiff's private information, including childhood photographs and other personal data across hate groups. Did she post them out there first? So, I mean, I don't think this is far reaching, and I'm skipping it. Appropriation. Defendants, without plaintiff's consent, used plaintiff's name and likeness, including altered, humiliating photographs such as images of plaintiff as a clown with exaggerated features. Yeah, don't make fun of people. I mean, that's low-hanging fruit, man. I mean, come on. Weren't you bullied in school? Man, I was a short, fat kid in school, man. I was made fun of all the time. I didn't have any friends. I mean, dude, it's not cool to make fun of people. Except for Shizzy. You can make fun of Shizzy. He's a wee little guy. To attract viewers, solicitation, donations, and drive engagement. Okay. Plaintiff's name, likeness, and personal story were deliberately appropriated and exploited by defendants to their own commercial and reputational benefit without legitimate interest, consent, or consent from plaintiff. Okay, whatever. Intrusion upon seclusion. What does that mean? The intentionally and egregiously intruded upon plaintiff's solitude and private affairs by recruiting, encouraging followers to create and maintain hate sites. Ooh, really? Orchestrating the mass publication of private images. I mean, did somebody break in? Okay, was to have a private image. Did somebody break into her iCloud? Because what is there? Did you call the FBI? Defendants and their supporters obtained and shared private photographs, including childhood images, without plaintiff's authorization. Betting they didn't get into your phone. And directly targeting plaintiff and her family members through harassing emails and public posts. If you email somebody something disparaging, you should be named in this lawsuit. So, did she name anybody? That this These actions would be highly offensive to a reasonable person and cause plaintiff to suffer severe emotional distress, humiliation, and loss of her ability to safely participate in social media or conduct her professional affairs without fear of ongoing harassment and reputational harm. Plaintiff was ultimately compelled to delete all of her social media accounts to escape the relentless attacks and preserve her mental health. I have no social media besides Expert. As a direct and proximate, I mean, why do they might want to listen to me? Social media, it's stupid. It's like I'm at Home Depot looking for light bulbs. Let's see here. As wherefore, plaintiff respectfully requests judgment against defense for compensatory and punitive damages and injunction prohibiting further invasion of privacy costs of this action and blah blah blah. Count 3: intentional infliction of emotional distress. This is the hard one. I mean, intentional infliction of emotional distress. What I remember from law school, I mean, it amazes me, first of all, but it is such a rarity to actually happen. And the professor, I mean, there was such a hard time trying to grasp our minds around it, right? Because you always hear, oh, that's an emotional distress. I got emotional distress. You know, that's on. Hey, Welsh lady Reeds, how you doing, babe? Yeah, but I mean, you know, it's just Expert. I mean, who wants to listen to that guy? He's an idiot. So intentional infliction of emotional distress was described in class as is usually like loss of consortium goes with it. So it'd be like I watched somebody pew my wife in front of me intentionally to scar me forever. Now, George is this, see, right? So that happens. You don't have to worry about that because, well, first of all, my wife would pew first. And then when the police showed up, she'd say, bitch jumped right in front of my bullets. D42, don't forget the trash tomorrow. Oh, is that tomorrow? Is this Tuesday? Today's Tuesday? I don't know what day it is anymore. I don't know what day it is anymore. Let's wiggle. How many times? What? Hello? Did it work then? It's not working. Oh no. Hello? Oh, it's working now. How many times have we done that stuff, right? And it switches over. I was sitting here talking to you guys. I showed you the lights blue, white, whatever the hell it is. It works. It's not muted. Doesn't have the little mute thing lit up on the screen. Not muted. It changed the settings when I came back over. I mean, I just clicked the button, wiggle, 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 and then it automatically changed everything. StreamYards, you have a glitch. Fix it. Okay. Where was I? There's intentional infliction of emotional distress. There's no, I was saying, I'll keep saying over and over is that they did this, they did that, but they're not showing anywhere where there is. Look, oh, they said I'm crazy or all for meds. Where's the intentional infliction? Where's the intentional infliction? As a direct and proximate result of the defendant's extreme and outrageous conduct. Extreme and outrageous conduct. I talk in an extreme and outrageous way. That is not intentional infliction. I have to see you. I have to think about it. Everything's there. Plaintiff suffers severe emotional distress. How am I supposed to know? Eggshell doctrine again. I'm not going to read the rest. That's just, that is a reach. That is reaching so far, you're reaching around. You know what I mean? It's like, whoa, and then here comes, whoa. She has reached so far, she's reaching around. Negligent infliction of emotional distress against defendants. Wait, do we not just have this? Oh, negligent, not intentional, but negligent. No, negligent infliction, because can you do negligent infliction of emotional distress? I don't know if that's a deal. Negligent would be like, I didn't maintain something, I didn't do something. It's just, I don't think about it. But I did the acts, but how am I going to know that what I do is going to cause emotional stress? Hey, Celestial Force, how you doing? Wise Angel, what's up? Yeah, this doesn't jive to me. I don't even think negligent infliction of emotional distress. I don't know if that's a actionable thing. I really, before I even talk about this whole section, I mean, we got 100 pages still. Jeez. I'm just skipping. Cyber stalking and harassment. Violation of Florida statute. I'll read the Florida statute here. Guys, I can't do 100 pages. I don't have the in me. My corona's wearing me down. Where's the Florida statute? Usually you would quote Florida laws. There it is. Violation of Florida statute, subsection 784.048. Let's see here. How can I undo that? I want to do this. I want to copy that. Oh crap. Florida cyber stalking. Florida cyber stalking. Oh, geez. This is long. Okay. In Florida, the term harass means to engage in conduct directed to a specific person which causes substantial emotional distress to that person and serves no legitimate purpose. Ooh. Cyberstalk means to engage in a course of conduct, to communicate or to cause to be communicated directly or indirectly, words, images, or language by or through the use of electronic mail or electronic communication directed at or pertains to a specific person, or to access or attempt to access the online accounts or internet connected home electronic systems of another person without the person's permission. So here it would be cyberstalk is one. To engage in course of conduct to communicate directly or indirectly, words, language, through direct at a particular person, causing substantial emotional distress to that person and serving no legitimate purpose. Ooh, that's kind of broad. In Florida, a person who willfully, maliciously, and repeatedly follows, harasses, or cyberstalks another person commits the offense of stalking. But there's a difference here. Talking about someone and talking to someone. So if I'm like, cyber stalking, the way I read it would be like, oh, Nanny Clampett, will you please tell Shizzy Wiznut uh, that I love him? Please, like, just tell him I love. You saw me going through electronic means to do that. It's not sitting here going, Shizzy really is like this big. You were just rubbing his head for lucky, and I was like, oh, hey, big guy, how you doing? It was fun. We go to Waffle House and ask her to get a little booster seat, stuff like that. Like, that is not cyber stalking. The second part, it would be it's just like regular stalking, but you're doing it through like this. It's like, I'm setting up an account like, I love Britney Spears. I do love Britney Spears. And Britney Spears, if you're listening, I would love for you to come on FNL. I love Britney Spears. And like, I just want to like, be with her forever and ever and ever. We're going to have a dog. We're going to meet George. And we're going to move to Mars. And we're going to have a little guy up there, little Martian guy. Stuff like that. Let's see here. Beginning, I'm not going to the dates. So you feel distress because somebody used electronic means. The plaintiff respectfully requests judgment against the defendant for compensatory and punitive damage and injunction prohibiting. Same thing. Civil conspiracy. Now, conspiracy. That's another hard one. Let's see. So all these apply. The audience primarily rule ages 45 to 75. Gosh, she's just trying to wear you out. That's what she's trying to do. These attacks across Facebook. I mean, it's just, gosh, man, how old are you, lady, that you're on Facebook? My gosh, nobody's used Facebook in 20 years. I don't even know if it was around 20 years ago. What is it? It's MySpace now or something? Gosh, nobody uses Facebook. I mean, it's like, the worst platform in the world. The conduct was caused severe ongoing harm. Forensic conspiracy defense knowingly agreed. Okay, so here's the conspiracy. The defendants knowingly agreed and acted in concert to engage in this coordinated campaign, jointly and repeatedly publishing false and defamatory statements. So they agreed and acted in concert. So they were under threat of being ostracized by Jeremy Hales. Damn it, Jeremy. Oh, by the way, Shizzy, I already said there's no way Jeremy Hales is allowed to ostracize you because like, this is what we do. If Jeremy Hales tries to ostracize Shizzy, isn't that? You know what we do? He gets one of these. No. Because even though Bergen Baker's on the poopy list, he can ostracize Shizzy. I can. Volstorm, Valhalla, and that's it. But we spent a lot of time with him. I gotta quit eating these. They're so good. Got vitamin C in them. I'm only on page 36. I still haven't read Shizzy's name in this whole damn thing. Tortious interference with business. Okay. We're just going to skip all this. Wait. Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh, so maybe I should have read this beforehand. So this is tortious interference with contracts is the way I learned it. Tortious interference with business relationships. You guys are used to this. It's what Jeremy is suing over, right? But still, none of this, not one time has she mentioned Shizzy's name as being part of it. So let's go down here. Let's keep on going down here. Notice of exhibits. Who wrote this? Why is the font? Oh my gosh. This was like done on a $99 Windows computer. This is the text program. It doesn't have what font is this? Nobody uses this. Not in the United States. These are all the things you said, but all right, hang on a second. Let's see here. Hang on. Let's see if I can do this. Where is this thing? Give me a second here, y'all. Make this bigger. Never mind. Okay, there we go. Now here we are. All right, let's find Shizzy. All right. At the beginning, John Doe, he's domiciled unknown. Defendant Shizzy is considered a public figure who listens to Jeremy Hales. And that's it. Shizzy, as long as he reports in favor of defendant Hales, he will not be ostracized publicly and will secure high view counts and favorable live streams. Page 9. Defendant's introduction to orchestrated attack, including but not limited to. And then there's that. It's everybody else. Not one time has there been said anything that Shizzy does. Those people, defendants, Shizzy was not individuals, received or republished against defendant Hales and others individually and acting in concert, repeatedly published. Yeah, this is the defamation per se. False, unprivileged statements of facts. But I don't know if the false, unprivileged statements of facts that Shizzy ever published were. Individual and acting plaintiffs live through various social media platforms. Okay. False light. Defendants engaged in prolonging coordinated harassment to ridicule. This is it. I mean, so it's with everybody else. This is not I have a stronger case against Shizzy and I'm not suing him. Coordinate campaign, online harassment, blah, blah, blah. That's it. Individually acting in concert had an actual knowledge of plaintiff's business relationships and professional reputation and international justice. They're on page 38. It's the last page. They talk about Shizzy Wisdom. It's 130 pages. There's no evidence brought in about Shizzy. There's no evidence. He's not brought in to the evidence. Y'all, I'm sorry I wasted everybody's time tonight. I apologize. I apologize. Hey, Spawn Trooper, how you doing? Look at this. Hold on. Look, let's do this again. Look at this. Okay. Page 41 is the last time Shizzy's mentioned. Now, page 41 is not the same. Okay, where are you? There it is. Hang on. That is right here. Page 41 is page 38 of the complaint. 41 of 113 pages. What is that? How was the math? Help me. 60, 72 pages of evidence, and Shizzy's not mentioned in it. Sweet baby Jesus, I am so sorry that I have done this to these people, these fine people. I have submitted them through this, and I apologize to you, sweet baby Jesus, my favorite baby Jesus, the sweet baby Jesus. And I am so sorry. Please forgive me for my shortcomings. I do not read before I talk because I always thought that was the gift you gave me, sweet baby Jesus. Was the gift that, like, what I see, how I feel is raw and emotional, and I can give that to my listeners. I always thought that's the gift you gave me. And if it is, sweet baby Jesus, I love you and I thank you and I love that gift, but I am sorry. I am sorry, sweet baby Jesus, that I have failed you through this web of lies. Not lies, but incoherencies. It's an incoherent pablum of words that don't matter for anything. There's nothing there about Shizzy. Why did I apologize? I have sinned against everyone here in the audience. I beg your forgiveness. I beg for your forgiveness. And I shall eat ice cream to repent. As much as it will hurt me to do, I will eat ice cream and I will repent. While eating that ice cream, I'll be thinking about this. Sorry. Forgive me. Ah. Good night, Squid. Dream about me. Thank you, Freckles. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I like turtles.
Of the ninja variety.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Holy cow. Hey, Kathy Hodge, how you doing? Oh my gosh. What do you do now? Hand out hugs? Well, hugs is what gave me corona. I told you they bore me, Nanny. I told you I'd rather watch paint dry than watch this stuff. I'm done. No more. No more. Oh, what's Turtle Boy up to? Warpath is a good-looking pace at night. I have no idea what that means, but that's cool. Frogs will now sue the I Like Turtles, boy. Yeah, I know, because frogs aren't liked. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Wise Angel. This comes from a Wise Angel. Thank you. What is that? Is that a... Oh. Thank you, Wise Angel. Yeah. Shizzy was running around spitting him. Bye, I'm getting ready to leave. God, I got a headache now. Holy cow. Golly. I mean, Shizzy is mentioned. There's no mention after page 38. There's 113 pages in that thing. Well, Shiz, I apologize that I don't get to mock you more and make fun of you more. But you don't want to live long enough to hear me bitch and say I told you so. So be careful. Guys, listen. I'm going to send you on over with the next stream. I want you to give that a thumbs up and a like. What's the thing called? Notification. Turn on notifications for it. I'll be over there later on. And what was the other thing I was going to say? Thank you for hanging out with me. Feels good to be back. And I hope everybody subscribed. So I broke the 7,300 mark. So that'd be cool to go see that. Watch. I'm going to cry if I don't. I'm going to hit it right now. I'm going to hit it. Thank you, guys. Listen, love y'all. And until next time, don't do anything I wouldn't do. And if you do something I wouldn't do, don't tell anybody about it because that's probably pretty freaking bad.
Well, I woke.
Y'all need Jesus.
I woke up to go get me a cold pop, and then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, "Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire." Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. And then the smoke got her. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Well, I woke up to go get me a cold pop. Then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, "Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire." Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. I said, "Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire." I said, "Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire." I said, "Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire." Jesus, 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 it's a fire. "Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire." I said, "Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire." I said, "Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire." Jesus, Jesus, Jesus.